Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Haha, issue number one. I never thought I'd be saying that in my entire life. You know what else I never thought I'd be saying? This is a really solid book from beginning to end. I'm going to tell you the people who are going to love this comic book the most, and I think it should be pretty obvious, but we'll get there. Haha, issue number one. Bartleby rejects the premise. Bartleby rejects the premise. Okay, Bartleby was the name of the character in this. So this is written by W. Maxwell Prince. Vanessa Del Rey does the art. Colors by Chris O'Halloran. And good old Neon does the letters. Variant cover by Nimit Malavia. So W. Maxwell Prince, I have to admit I'm not familiar with this man's work. This is an Image comic book, by the way. But apparently there's going to be 6 issues of this. They're all going to be one-shots. That's apparently something that Prince does often. He does one-shots. There's going to be a different art team on every single one of the books for all of these different one-shots, all 6 of them. I gotta say, this first one was really interesting. It's about a guy named Bartleby who really freaking loves his life. He just loves life in general. He's one of those endlessly optimistic people, and he's a clown, literally a clown. And he's working at a failing circus, and his wife is really mean to him, and his kids seem kind of negligent, like they don't care. There's no real love there. And it's like, dude, if you liked the Joker movie, you're gonna like this. If you loved the Joker movie, you're gonna love this. Literally, the more you liked that Joker movie, the more you're gonna like this. And that's just facts. This is so obviously inspired by that. It's shocking. I'd be like, how do you not get sued? This is so cool. I'm joking about that realistically, but so obviously inspired by that movie. It's just this guy who doesn't have it that easy. And at heart, he's a good person, but he makes decisions based on the idea that people are good. And then when he gets certain betrayals, things just kind of, I don't know, spiral. And he just rolls with the punches, and sometimes the kicks, and sometimes the butt strokes to the back of the head and tire irons. Um, it's a very by the numbers story, and yet I read this whole thing. I guess I was kind of expecting more, but by the time I got to the end and then realized that there wasn't going to be any more to the story, apparently, I wasn't disappointed, strangely. I don't think that's ever happened in a book that I feel like there should be more, but I'm robbed of that. And I still feel like, no, I'm satisfied with the ending of this. There's no superhero here, although it may seem as though there is because of what actually happens. I love where the words stop right before the final word twice in this story. And it's so obvious what the next word is, but it doesn't need to be said. It's finished by the reader. And it feels somehow more fulfilling to be able to be the one to finish the story. It's a trick that I personally have never seen in a story before. I've seen it in literature. I've seen it in the way that people write certain short stories. Fantastic. It's cool and it works. Don't overdo it. Don't you dare overdo it. But when you do it in the right way, where it just feels so by the numbers that that everybody's going to say what the last word is, and then you turn the page and it's like, wait, that's it. You keep turning. Wait, I'm at the end of the book. There's nothing else to the story. That's it. We're done. It'll still feel fulfilling because you're the one who actually finished the story, not the book. The book just ended. You kept going, even if it was only by one word. This was a really, I'm going to say, genius way of putting together a book. Um, I am shocked at how good such a simple story was. And I can't wait to read all 6 of these next issues. It's as simple as that. Guys, do not sleep on this comic book. Go and grab this comic book. Order the comic book if you need to. There's plenty of ways to get the comic book. There's eBayers who will be selling it at essentially cover price, small shipping fee if you can't find a comic book store someplace. This is totally worth grabbing and just enjoying the story and see if you can get all 6 issues because I already know that I'm going to probably wind up really enjoying the other issues just like I enjoyed this one. Only twists in each one. One shots. Guys, I'll talk to you later. Like the video, watch an ad, all that YouTube stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Professor Bell, Comic Book University.